G'day everyone, so on today's video I'm going to be showing you how to bypass and blank the EGR cooler on a PX1 Ranger. What we're going to need here is this pipe here and this blanking plate there. Essentially this is a pipe off a Ford Falcon XF and it is just a front water pipe T-piece from what I can see. If you don't know what an XF Falcon is, I'll throw a picture on the screen right about now. This is just a blanking plate that you can get off eBay. I think they're about 10 bucks, pretty easy to get. Over here, I've got an exhaust manifold. So essentially all we're gonna be doing is just slipping that into the back there like that. There's a heat shield that sits on there as well. So essentially this goes like that, little heat shield there. And I'll put that plate right next to it and it's pretty much the same thickness. So the part number for this hose is DMH1672. I got it off eBay, so I'll throw the listing up on the screen right now. Yeah, essentially all it has, I think this end is about 18 or 19 mil. This end here is a 15 mil, so that'll fit perfectly for the job that we are doing here today. Now, I did do a video previously on my channel, probably about 2 years ago, and it got a lot of views. I was a bit vague in that video. I didn't really specify too many sizes or anything like that. So this is why I'm doing another video. This one's going to be much more detailed. I'll throw a lot more of the process in rather than sort of just briefly covering it. So first job is going to be cracking all the exhaust manifold bolts, which are these ones down there. Now I've already gone through and WD-40'd all the bolts on this exhaust manifold just to help me get them off without any issues. So that's something you probably want to do like the night before. And essentially now all I'm going to do is just go through, crack all of them loose. You only probably got to turn them, I'd say maybe 5 mil back, just so that manifold can come back probably about 5 or so mil. And all I'm using for that is just a 15 mil spanner and a 15 mil socket on a 1/4 inch ratchet. So I have backed all the bolts off roughly about 5 millimeters on the main exhaust manifold. There's 3 bolts left at the back, which I'm going to talk about in a second. There was one which was sort of right tucked in behind that alternator, but I got it with a spanner. It wasn't too difficult to do. So the next 3 that we're going to undo are these 3 down the back here. So we've got 1, 2, 3. The bolts that run along the back are a 10 mil, so I'm just using 10 mil on a 1/4 inch ratchet. So with those rear bolts, you can't actually see what you're doing in there. You just have to sort of feel your way around, but they're pretty easy to get to. Just try and get some WD-40 down there because they can be seized on. These ones aren't too bad actually. So I've cracked all the back 3 bolts loose and I'm just using a little 10 mil just to pull them all the way out because they're the only ones that are coming fully out. These other ones only come out about 5 mil. So I've gotten the 3 bolts out of the back of the EGR cooler, which are these ones here. And I want to just say that this is probably the most hardest part out of the job. Now, all I'm going to do here is just grab that exhaust manifold and just push it towards me as far as it'll come over. So let's have a look. See, there you go. It doesn't want to stay there. It keeps going back. So I'll probably just wedge something in the back there so it stays there and we can pretty much slip the blanking plate straight in. All right, so that's a bit of a view of where I've just slipped the plate in. You can sort of see it sitting in there. I've now just got to line those bolts up and rethread them back in, and that's pretty much it. It is a bit difficult getting into here, so I couldn't really film it, but essentially that's the room that you're sort of working with. All right, so I've got the plate in and I've got a bolt in through there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty difficult with the access. This Ranger has a body lift, so it makes it a little bit easier. But it is pretty fiddly getting that plate in there, but you will eventually get there if you just keep going. Well, if you remove your exhaust, it'll make it way more easier than what it is. It's just this big cat is in the way. If that wasn't there, it'd be pretty straightforward. So the plate is now in. I've tightened up all the bolts down the back. So the only thing left for me to do is retighten these exhaust manifold bolts. And that's pretty much it for the plate. All right, so the exhaust manifold is all tightened up now. So we've got pretty much all the hard stuff out of the way. Now we're gonna focus on bypassing the EGR cooler. But first up, I'm gonna have to drain the coolant. So with the coolant, there is a drain plug underneath the car. There's a drain plug there. So essentially all you gotta do is just undo it, put a bucket in underneath it. So with our coolant drain, next up what we're going to be doing is just undoing that little 8mm hose clamp. Undoing that little 8mm hose clamp on the right hand side of these two heater pipes. So we're going for the right hand side one, and we're going for the very far hose clamp. Someone's already been in here previously. There's a couple of hose clamps here that aren't supposed to be here, but that's not a concern because we're going to be replacing that pipe there with our other pipe. So this new pipe will now be going onto there as soon as we remove the old pipe. Okay, so here I have my pipe. As you can see, I pretty much just cut it off as far back as I could. It's probably not the right way of doing it. There is a hose clamp a bit further down on the EGR cooler, but it's pretty difficult to get to, so I didn't really worry about that. I know it's not the right way of doing it, but it's how I do it. It's probably the quick and easy way of doing it. So now pretty much that we've got this side off, we're just going to do the other side, which is down there. So I'll get the camera and light set up down there. So the pipe that I'm going to be undoing is this one, set it right there. You probably won't be able to see it because of the zoom, but essentially it's the other side of the EGR cooler. Actually, I might throw some footage in off the other video that I have of this pipe here, because it's much clearer in that video, whereas this one, it's pretty hard to get the camera to focus. Connect it straight to that one there. So hopefully you can see down here, I've popped the coolant line off and just pushed it to the side, but essentially that's where the new coolant hose will be going. So now pretty much what you do here is that goes down there, and this one goes onto this one here. And that one goes down the other side that I just showed you, and that's pretty much your bypass. Alrighty, so the blank and bypass is now officially done. So that's the pipe there that runs along the back and comes down to here, joins up down there. As you can see, I've got the hose clamps on. Hopefully my camera will focus, or maybe it won't. But yeah, so that's basically it. The only thing left to do now is to top up the coolant and start it up. One thing to note with your coolant level, it will sit higher than what it was previously, but that will drop down once you take it for a drive, so it's important to keep your eye on the level. Now for the startup. So it's important just to start it up, have a bit of a look around and just check for leaks, just to see if there's any exhaust gases or anything like that coming through where it shouldn't be. But that's pretty much it for EGR bypass and blank. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.